Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here in June. I've already welcomed my friends and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching. Yes, Black Adam has found its director. Yes, the Shazam spin-off. Now, before I read the article, because the guy's name is a bit hard to pronounce, I don't even remember it, the guy who's directing it. But the thing is, he's worked with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson before, which is really good as well. I think he's a really good director, so it's exciting. Now, let's go back to the history of Shazam in the DCEU. Now, originally, in the development of Shazam, Black Adam was going to be the villain. And then while developing that script, The Rock decided that there was so much to Black Adam, it just wouldn't be fair to squeeze it in a Shazam movie. Now, for me, right, they could have even done a Black Adam origin movie before Shazam. Actually, I bet you any money, if Feige was involved, he would have done a Black Adam origin movie, then the Shazam movie. Now, wouldn't that have been really, really interesting? But I think they sold Shazam short by not having Black Adam in it. Now, I love Shazam. I'm one of the film's biggest defenders, I do. But imagine it. Put Black Adam in it as well. I mean, you could have had a 2.5-hour movie. Look, you could have done it. It would have been epic. It would have been awesome. And because The Rock was involved, it would have made more money. So for me, as much as I agree that there is a lot to Black Adam, I can't wait for his movie. I think The Rock will be amazing. I still think they did the Shazam movie a disservice by withdrawing The Rock away from the film, because I just feel, The Rock and Zachary Levi together as Shazam, as Black Adam, would have been absolutely awesome and epic. And it's a bit of a shame, but Shazam was still a great movie. It made a little bit of a profit, and of course we must move on. But if I was making the decisions, absolutely. Either a prequel kind of Black Adam movie before Shazam and then have Black Adam in the Shazam movie, or put them both together to butt heads in the Shazam movie, because now we really have to wait to see them both together. Unless we get something, a little bit, in a post-credit scene or something between Shazam and Black Adam, wouldn't that be awesome? But anyway, I am really excited about the Black Adam movie, which will start shooting in about 12 months' time, according to The Rock. So this article is from Warner Brothers' mouthpiece, The Hollywood Reporter. Now, I do like, ever since Walter Hamada's came in and New Line Cinema are now running the DC world of films, there seems to be a certainty. If they say they're going to do something, they do it. And this is what's happened here. So, Shazam spin-off, Black Adam finds director with Shallow's filmmaker, right? Juami Colette Sarah, sorry if I'm destroying his name, will tackle the DC film starring Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam, New Line spin-off follow-up to its hit Shazam, has found its director. Colette Sarah, who just wrapped shooting Johnson in Disney's Jungle Cruise, is re-teaming with the A-lister for the DC Comics-based action movie. Bo Flynn of Flynn Pictures Co. will produce with Johnson, Danny Garcia, and Hiram Garcia of Seven Bucks Productions. Black Adam is considered the arch-nemesis of Shazam, dating all the way back to the 1940s when the hero was called Captain Marvel. He was a semi-immortal Egyptian prince who became corrupted by the magical powers imbued to him by a wizard. In current comics lore, he's considered an anti-hero, so not necessarily a pure villain. The character was at one point to have been in the main Shazam movie, as we've just spoke about, but the studio and producers ultimately decided he warranted his own movie. I agree, but it's just a shame it wasn't before the Shazam movie. Anyway, Colette Sarah made his start directing horror movies such as the remake of House of Wax and Orphan before going on direct a string of Liam Neeson action flicks that included The Commute, Run All Night, Non-Stop and Unknown. He last helmed the low-budget hit The Shallows, wow, featuring Blake Lively as a surfer attacked by a great white shark. And that is all. It's not a big article, of course, because they've got no quotes or anything like that. But basically it's everywhere. So this guy, this director, who's obviously got a great CV, and The Rock trusts him. So it's going to be really awesome. I'm really looking forward to this, and I'm really glad that we're getting this slate together now. You know, we've got, and I'm looking at this not just as the DCEU, but the DC World of Films. And this is how Walter Hamada and Peter Safran are describing it. So this DC World of Films, right, I might even change the name of my videos to DC, well, I know, it's not going to make any sense. DCEU Daily, I think we're sticking with that anyway. Right, so we've got this slate now. Joker movie, Birds of Prey, Wonder Woman 1984, The Batman, Black Adam. I think we've got about 5 films. It's not bad, is it? And who knows what else is in the pipeline? Please, a Superman film. All I need to be even more excited about the DCEU now is a Superman film. Come on. And the Black Label could do a Lex Luthor origin story. How awesome would that be? Although no one's ever going to make a better Lex Luthor origin story than the TV show Smallville. But hey, they can try. So that's what I want. To complete my happiness and fantasy is to have a Superman movie. And so Black Adam, the film that everyone said wasn't happening because Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson dared to say he'd like to make an MCU movie one day. Look, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is a box checker. He wants to do everything. He was a wrestler. He found himself in this popularity where he's able to make films and have cameos everywhere. So he will want to be in the MCU one day. There's no reason why he can't do both. So I haven't got any issue with that whatsoever, but I am extremely, extremely excited. Now, yesterday I spoke about Margot Robbie's comments about male gazing. Now, I will say one thing. She was very sexualized. There's no question in David Ayer's Suicide Squad. I admit that. She was definitely overly sexualized. But it's something I didn't say. There were so many men I was talking to during the release of Suicide Squad who actually said, this is not right. She's overly sexualized. So many people. I was saying to them, oh, calm down. You know, she looks great. But thinking about it now, I'm thinking she was overly sexualized in the Suicide Squad. But I still feel the term male gazy. And I understand why she used it. Maybe she wasn't trying to be men-bashy. So I'll take a bit of my I'm a bit more calmer today about it. So what I will say is maybe Margot Robbie just meant it was a bit kind of pervy, a bit sexualized. And I will admit, and you can tell that they've desexualized her for Birds of Prey. And that's great and that's fine. She's a DCEU character. Margot Robbie is a great girl. And I just really want every DCEU movie to be great. And I don't want to put unwarranted kind of negativity towards any DCEU movie because I'm such a fanboy. So I do understand what Margot's talking about, the Suicide Squad. I just felt the term male gazy. I think we have to be careful how we talk these days because it's all very well being protective of certain groups. And because it's fashionable to attack straight males, it doesn't make it right. And with such a high level of male depression and suicides, we've really got to protect each other. Not just one group, not just two groups, the whole of humanity. We've got to be fair, we've got to be nice, we've got to be embracing. This is a new society, this is a new generation where we do embrace a lot more things. You know, we hopefully got less hate in our hearts. Not all of us. For me, whenever I've got hate, and a bit of anger like yesterday about Margot Robbie's comments, this is why I'm coming to you now and saying, you know what, maybe I went a bit too far with what I said yesterday. Maybe Margot actually did have a point about Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad. So, you know, I'm always happy to admit when I'm slightly wrong. But the only thing that upset me about what Margot said was the male gazy thing because, let's be honest, she looks so sexy and so enticing. Gay females and males, straight males, would have found her sexy and attractive. And I think it's important to speak directly and honestly about things instead of taking another opportunity into bashing men. So what do you think? Are you excited about the Rock movie? I am. I can't wait. I think it's going to be awesome. Despite me thinking he should have been in Shazam, right? It's going to be an amazing movie. And we have got now a great slate of DC movies with Wonder Woman 1984 set to change everything. And when I am allowed to tell you more about that, I will.